All right then. I think we're better now. I think that's better now. Oh, had a little mishap. Oh, that's loud. That's loud. Oh, no, not that one. They're all loud. Okay, there we go. That would do. Man, what a day, man. What a day. What a day. You know what? Let me well, nobody's here just yet. So I'm just gonna chat. I'm gonna talk to myself for a moment or two because I've had a pretty good day today. Very exhausting, very tiring, but it was a good day. And hopefully one day I'll be doing it again. But it was a good day. I walked today. I walked 50,000 steps, which is approximately 25, at least for me anyway, approximately 25 miles worth of walking. Yo, what up, Brax? Brax Speve in the place to beve. How was Yeve? But yeah, I was just saying that I spent the day walking. It's been what's going on? Okay. I spent the day walking, so just doing I'm kind of multitasking right now. Um it was one of my goals for 2024 to pick a day and walk a minimum of 50,000 steps in that day. And today was that day. And I set out in the morning, early in the morning, and I walked 50,000 steps. Not all in one go, just to be clear. I'm not that mad. But yeah, I walked 50,000 steps today, which is around 25 miles. It is madness. But I did it. I did it, and my feet are aching, my legs are aching, my back is aching, or my shoulders really, because I had a backpack on. The backpack gets quite heavy after a while. So yeah, I'm kind of aching all over a little bit, but I feel good. I feel good because it's something that I planned out, something that I set out to do, and I did it. And yeah, it was one of my major goals. Well, I don't know about major goal. Let me not overshoot it too much, but certainly one of my bigger physical goals of this year was to walk 50,000 steps in a day, and I did that today. So yeah, I'm quite pleased. I'm good, and your feet are tired. You need a foot and toe massage, special 50,000 steps. Hey, ain't a bad idea. Need some hot chick with massive boobs to give me a foot massage. Listen, any hot chicks out there with massive knockers that want to give me a foot massage, just let me know. But you got to be hot and you got to have massive knockers. Um, oh, but yeah, how's your day, man? I took some pictures, took some video. Hopefully, I'd have a vlog up on the channel. And maybe I don't know, maybe tomorrow if I can, or see how that goes. Or maybe hopefully soon. If not tomorrow, then hopefully soon. But yeah, I did take some video, kind of vlogging the day, documenting the day, where I was going and that kind of thing. Um, but overall, it was a good day, man. I mean, I walked a lot. Like, I mean, it's literally the most I've walked in one day ever. Like, ever, ever, ever. Might end up walking through some swamp water. Nah, I think I'll pass on that. Bro, I ain't trying to fall into no swamp, get eaten by alligators, bruh. Ain't you got no roads or nothing? Ain't no paper. Oh wait, what do you call them? Sidewalks? Ain't you got no sidewalks? Listen, I'll stick to high roads, thanks. I'm not trying to walk through the marsh swamp, bro. Only way I'm doing that is if it's a short walk and I've got like a bunch of security with me with guns and stuff like that to shoot the alligators if anything gets close. Matter of fact, just make sure all the alligators are dead before I even walk in there. Just randomly shoot. Then I'll walk through the marsh. Yo, Tommy Crossbones, Wagwan Tom. How's your day going? How's your day been? Just some jokes. That's so good. Appreciate you joining this live stream. A big bowl of hot water with soothing salts. And soak your feet until they go crinkly. Dab dry and repeat a couple more times. It's not a bad idea. But yeah, man, I did a lot of walking today. I walked 50,000 steps today. Around 25 miles worth of walking. And I did that today. It was one of my goals for 2024. So I can cross that off the list of things that I set out to do for this year. I still got a few more goals to go. A few more things to hopefully achieve before the year is done, but that was one of them. And I'm quite kind of, I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm kind of pleased I did that. Kind of happy about that, you know, because especially considering I'm no young man, right? I'm not a young whippersnapper full of energy and all that. You know, so the fact that I was able to get up, go out and walk as much as I did that I set out to do, I'm like, yeah, man, I think I did all right. So yeah, I'm well chuffed with that. But yeah, you know, I might need to do that foot soak still though. I might have to do that foot soak. That ain't even sound like a bad idea. So how about you guys? What's the most you've ever walked in one day that you know of? I mean, I imagine most people don't measure their walking distances in a day, but to your recollection of times you spent walking a lot in a day, what do you think is roughly the most amount you walked in one day? Watching some Judge Judy reruns and liking this overcast weather, and killed another huge ass spider a few nights ago. That bitch ass babies too. Off. Leave the spiders alone. You don't need to kill the spiders. Cup and card. Cup and card, bruh. Or how big's the spider actually? Before I say that, how big's the spider? I'm saying just do the cup and card, but for all I know, the spider might be bigger than 5 cups. Like it might be like the spider might be bigger than a dog, right? For all I know. But that's how I deal with spiders. Just cup and card. In fact, to be honest, most times I just leave them alone. Like most times I see spiders in the house, I just leave them alone. I just like, all right, it's in the corner. You can stay there. You know what I mean? I just be like, oh, cool, there's a spider in the corner. I'll just leave it there. And they just stay there. Like most times they just stay there. They'll just stay there for like days and just be in the same corner for days. Get to a point where like I better give you a name. You know what I mean? You've been there a while now. I better give you a name. But the thing is, I name all my spiders, not my spiders like they like they're my pets. But any spider that I've seen in the house that's been in the same corner or the same spot for like days on end, and I decide to give it a name, I always end up giving it the same name. And I don't know, you could probably guess what that name is. You could probably guess. It's not that hard. Or maybe it is. I don't know. It might be hard. But it's Peter. I pretty much name all the spiders Peter. And hopefully that's at least obvious why. If it's not, then bro, you got some homework to do. But yeah, any spider that I've seen in the house where it's been in the same spot for like 2, 3 days, 4 days, I'm like, you know what? You're Peter now. You're Peter. Come in and sit there. It's like, hey, how you doing, Peter? You don't say nothing back though. Never do. But they go away after a while. But yeah, I just leave them alone. Most times, just leave them alone. Let them do what they're doing. They ain't bothering nobody. So I just leave them alone. Every now and then, I might do the cup and card if they get a bit rowdy. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like, bro, you're moving a bit too much. So yeah, it's cup and card. You know. But if they're just still, in one spot, I'm like, all right, cool, you can stay. Maybe, let's see where we at. Was maybe almost as big as the palm of my hand. Oof, and it was a night. Should have took a picture of it. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Big as the palm of your hand. Damn, that's like, well, it depends how big your hands are, but that's a pretty big spider. Oh, Boosie was here in town for a live concert downtown. Should have went, but next time though, the aroma of that weed was holding strong like a mofo. Oof. You into that? You into the wacky backy? Oh, ah. I ain't one to judge. I'm just asking. Y'all do what y'all do. I ain't willing to judge, but nah, I'm not into that myself. Used to partake many moons ago in my younger days, but yeah, not right now. Not for a long time. That ain't for me. That ain't for me, but each to their own, man. Each to their own. Apricot, that was it. Weed ain't it never did nothing to nobody. No, I don't do it. Never to say I won't try it. To say I've done it before. And yeah, this is his hometown, and this place is known as Ratchet City. So okay, I'm not sure that's something to be proud of though. Ratchet City, Okay, all the skanks be at. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hey, man. My plan was to go work tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I think I'm going to be sleeping all the way in. That's what me thinks I'm going to be doing. Just sleeping in. By the way, allow me to get a little bit nerdy for a second. So I've been doing the live streams like this, where it's just me on camera, right? And the reason why I've been doing that is because I don't want to overdo it on the PC CPU, like where it gets a bit much and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to overload the CPU, and the reason why I don't want to do that is because, as you know, or as you might know, is that we've had a lot of stream crashes, right? And I was saying the last time that I think it's down to the CPU overheating, so that's why I stopped doing the more intense streams where we might be playing games or watching a movie and have this open, have that open, blah blah blah, and just cut it down to something very basic so it doesn't stress the CPU out that much. And so far, so good, right? Um, in the last couple of days or so, though, I think I've become a bit more convinced that it is down to the CPU overheating. And the reason I think that is because I was checking my CPU specs, and one of the things I noticed is that, it has a maximum operating temperature of 95 degrees centigrade, right? And what that means is that if it gets to 95 degrees or anything sort of near that, it would automatically cut off so that it doesn't damage the CPU. Like once it gets near its maximum heat, it automatically stops so that it doesn't break the CPU. So because it runs high like that, because it runs high like that, um, it was suggesting that I need a fan that has a TDP. Was it TDP? I think it was TDP or TPD rating of 200 watts. And so I was checking what my fan rating was, and I couldn't find out exactly how much it was because the way the manufacturer does the rating is a little bit different. But it was definitely a lower than I need. Like so I've had to have a look around and do some research into fans, and I believe I found a fan that is more than capable of keeping my CPU cool under load. However, um, yeah, it's going to be like 110 quid, which I'm fine with. It's about what I expected. And in all honesty, I probably should be getting a new fan just anyway, regardless of streaming or anything else. I should be getting one anyway. There's plenty of good uses for that because I do quite a lot with my PC. Um, so yeah, it's £110, but yeah, I think it's going to be at least a little while before I get it, just because now is not a good time for me to spend that kind of money. With trip coming up to Saudi Arabia. That's next month. That's like less than a month away now. Like, oof, inshallah, it's less than a month away. So I feel like with that coming up, I'd only spend £110 right now. So maybe not until July at the earliest, but we'll see how it goes and what the finances are saying at that point. But yeah, I do believe it is almost certainly down to the CPU overheating because it looks like my fan just isn't strong enough to keep the CPU cool when it's under load. It's fine like now because I'm not doing so much with the computer, so it's not stressing out my CPU so much. But when I start maybe gaming, or especially if I'm gaming and streaming, or maybe watching a movie and streaming, doing various things, you know, yeah, it heats up. It heats up, and then when it gets to that maximum or near the maximum, it's like it's just going to cut off before it becomes a problem. So yeah, so I'm glad they're building these fail safes to CPUs, by the way, because if they didn't, I'd have a Bruck PC. You know what I mean? I'd have a Bruck computer if they didn't. So I'm very glad they decided to build in these fail safes where it runs. If it gets too hot, it just cuts it off. It sucks when it happens, right? And especially when you're live and that whole thing. But if they didn't do it, it would be a lot worse because there's a lot of money spent on these CPUs. I feel this CPU I've got is like £400 or something, so it's not cheap. So yeah, it's good that it has a fail safe, and at least now I know, or at least pretty confident what the issue is. And yeah, I could look into getting a new fan, but it just won't be for at least a couple of months, maybe a bit longer, kind of see how it goes. But yeah, that's where we are with that. That's where we are with that. I went to a place today. Man, I don't remember what it's called though. Specialty cafetiere. That's what's called. Specialty cafetiere. And I got me a donut from this place called, oh, what do they call it again? A bombalone? They call it a bombalone, which is it's basically a massive donut that's filled with whatever you got a choice of fillings. Like you got like pistachio, bueno, salted caramel. I went with apricot though. So it's a massive donut that they filled up with apricot. Like they fill it up to the point where it's just bursting with apricot, right? And it was good. It was so good. Well, Scotland and Ireland, the ghetto too. I mean, define ghetto. I don't know about Scotland and Ireland. I've never been to those. I have been to Wales. I wouldn't call Wales ghetto. I mean, I'm sure there's ghetto places in Wales, right? There's ghetto places everywhere when it comes down to it. But I don't know if I would say Wales is ghetto like as a whole. At least not in my experience anyway. Like I've been to two different parts of Wales. Um, Granted, two parts of Wales doesn't paint a picture of the entire country. I get that. But just in my experience, I don't know if I can call Wales ghetto. Like I'm sure they have ghetto areas. Everywhere has ghetto areas. I doubt Wales is any different from that. But in my experience of the times that I've been to Wales, I'll be reluctant to call Wales ghetto. Maybe some ghetto people, but I don't know if I can call Wales ghetto. But hey, could be just some stuff that I ain't seen yet. Wales is pretty cool though. I've been to Abergavenny in Wales. One of my aunties used to live there, and we went as kids to go visit her like years and years ago when we were kids. But also went again to Cardiff some years back now as well. A friend of mine who I don't know if she still does it, but at the time she was running these poetry events and invited me up to come perform, and so I was there performing. Also ended up staying at, I think I stayed at her place for the night. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But I did go to. I think went to her place. And met her parents. Um, oh, that was it. Yeah, I remember now. I remember now because I had to get a bus back, but my bus wasn't till late. So rather than going straight to the bus stop or coach station, rather, excuse me, rather than going straight to the coach station, because I would have just been sitting in the coach station for like 5 hours or something like that, 5 6 hours. Um, and at that point, it was pretty late in the day where a lot of places were kind of closed. There wasn't really much to do. So, yeah, I just went up to her place, kind of hang out there for a while. I think I was watching a movie because a lot of them just went to bed. So I put some Netflix on the side and watched a movie. And then when it came time to leave, I was like, all right, cool, I can go. So, but yeah, Wales is pretty cool though. I like Wales. I like Wales, but I've never been to Ireland or Scotland, so I can't comment on those. But I'm sure they got ghettos areas there too. They be acting up to. They're known for doing the full Saudi Arabia, enjoy vacation, Dubai, Beirut, other than Bahrain, India. I'm planning on visiting, and maybe Pakistan. Nice. When do you plan on visiting? We talking about soon? Next year, maybe? I think you'd like Pakistan actually, because like the police there carry guns. So I think you'd like that. And not just police, like even just like security as well. Like if you're a security guard, like well, I don't think all security guards, but certainly some security guards do. I saw at least, I think it was, how many did I see? I think maybe one or two. But yeah, definitely saw a few security guards with guns, or maybe I don't know, maybe they were police and I just didn't realize. Either way, I saw some people who was to walk around with guns, and they looked kind of official. So they're either security guards or police, maybe, maybe both. I don't know. Still thinking about Sri Lanka. I have a friend from Sri Lanka. I ain't never been though. maybe one day. So what's up? I'm planning it for when I can later on when I have the money, time and passport to do that. Oh yeah, because you still got to get your passport in it, dude. Get your passport, man. How much does it cost to get a passport in the US in America? Like, so in the UK, it cost. I mean, but it's been a while since I did it. Actually, let me see if we can find out because it's probably changed. The last time I did, I think it was about £80 to renew my passport. 80. But that was years. That was about 4 or 5 years ago now. So let me see if I could find out how much to renew passport UK. Okay, so it's £88.50 right now. Let's see here. Ish. $88.50 in USD. That's about $110. It's $110. Let's see how much to renew passport USA. $130, bruh. I'm saying $130 to renew a passport. Oh wait, it might depend actually. So you have a passport book and a passport card. If you want a passport book, it's $130. The passport card is $30, and then of course both together is $160. I don't know what the difference between a passport book and card is. I guess I don't because we just have a passport book. We don't really have a card. So I don't know if it's better to have the card or better to have the books. Probably best to have both. I guess I'm guessing. But it looks like you guys do it a little bit differently. So you got a book. You give a choice of a book, card, or both. Yeah, please regards is just a norm for me. Difference is Saudi Arabia. 5-0 won't bother someone just because they feel like it. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully not. I ain't trying to get in no trouble. I'm just trying to have a good time and a safe time. Yeah, I should have been bought mines and you can get them at the post office here. Yeah, now same as well. The only thing is that if you go to the post office over here, you pay for the passport, but you also have to pay like a processing fee as well, which I can't remember how much that was, because I've never really done it in the post office. I just did it another way. But yeah, I guess it's the same sort of thing, but I don't know. Maybe you guys don't have the processing fee, or maybe you do. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely worth getting a passport, in my opinion, for a lot of reasons, not just traveling, but having a passport opens up a lot of opportunities in terms of being able to apply for things like if you ever need a loan, for example, they usually ask for an ID, and more often than not, it's going to be a passport. You know, there's other forms of ID they might accept, but more often than not, it's going to be a passport. So yeah, if you have a passport, it's like you're good because it's an officially recognized form of ID, right? And I think in most countries, it's considered the highest recognized form of ID as well, I believe. So yeah, like things like yeah, so if you need to get a loan or just like setting up a bank account as well, getting a job, if they ever ask for ID, things like that. Sometimes if you depending on what type of job you're applying for, they sometimes ask for like background checks, and then those you might need some ID for that, and again passport. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons, a lot of good reasons I would say to get a passport, even if you're not planning on traveling. It's good to have a passport. It's good to keep it renewed. I know it sucks because they charge like £80, well, nearly £90 over here, and what $130 over there. So like it sucks because it's not cheap. But in all honesty, I do believe it's worth getting. Um, Even if you're not planning on traveling, it's worth getting and worth keeping it renewed, worth keeping it up to date. As I've seen on different videos from other black people's experience in that country during the flood uproar, an American okay driving inside the river pulled an American. Oh, there's something. So his pub is being blocked. Oh, American black driving inside the river pulled him over. American black guy driving inside the river got pulled over for speeding a bit, and he says the officer looked happy and had a smile and talked with and wanted to pray with him. Oh, okay, that's cool. So if you speed in Saudi Arabia, they just stop you and be like, let's pray together. If you speed in any other part of the world, boy, you better hope somebody's praying for your soul. I guess that's the difference. You speed in Saudi Arabia, you get to pray with the police. If you speed in another country, speed in America, it's like, yeah, better hope somebody's praying for your soul. But that's cool though. I like that. I like that. Okay, so let's check a few messages. So this looks like a military guy. I'm guessing it was more better for him because he's a black American, particularly. Imagine if he did that in the States. Oof. Yeah, might not have gone so well. Might not have gone so well. Oh man. Bro, I could do with that massage, man. Where's this hot, big boobed woman to give me a massage, man? Damn it. Okay. I'll start with an AR, I think. Well, AR was an assault rifle. Mm. Yeah, I mean, over here, most police don't carry guns. There's a few that do, but usually only really see armed police on a few occasions. Like if you go sort of near Parliament, like where there are government buildings and the Parliament Square and things like that, and or Buckingham Palace, areas like that. Yeah, it's very common to see armed police in those areas. Just kind of stand in various parts as security. Um, Outside of that, though, outside of those areas, the only time you really see armed police is if something's going down. Like if you see armed police and it's not Parliament Square or Buckingham Palace, um, then yeah, something's either going down or something's about to go down or something's just been down. If you see them like near a train station or something like that, especially if it's like they taped off the area, like, and you see a policeman with a gun, it's like, yeah, something's either going down or is something just went down. You know what I mean? That's pretty much it. But yeah, most police don't carry guns. It's just a few that do. Um, and that could be a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because it means we don't get we don't get as much, I should say, of the trigger happy type cops. When they're just a little bit too itchy trigger finger. We don't get as much of that. Not that they don't exist, because they do, but you don't have as many. So that's a good thing. But then, I mean, I don't know if it's a completely good idea to have police that are not always, because regardless of what you think of police, it is a dangerous job, even on a normal day, right? And having here's what I think. I feel like any policeman that has a gun, right, should be, of course, trained to use it appropriately, but that should include, like last resort. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just fire your gun just because you have it. It's kind of like it should be as a last resort type thing. That's how I feel about it. Like, police, like, whether, I mean, I don't know if they should definitely have guns, because the other issue is that it's not enough to just say, oh, this is what should happen, because people are always going to be people, and not everybody is that smart about these things. But if police are going to have guns, then my feeling is that they need to be trained, highly trained in their operation, in using them, in maintenance and everything concerning gun safety and all of that. And then on top of that, it's like it's a last resort. Like, you don't just grab your gun as soon as you enter any establishment. You don't just like straight away grab your gun and be like, when all it is like, some youngster that tried to steal a sweetie or something. You know what I mean? You don't just go for the gun straight away. Like, it should be a last resort, and only if necessary. Like, assess the situation first before reaching for firearms and sticking them in people's faces over like the smallest details. And then you got these itchy trigger finger people, just like, who just can't wait to fire a gun. And you know what I mean? Like, there needs to be like intense training with these things that aren't just about that, of course, include the weapon and its handling, but also when to use it, how to use it, and not just like going straight for it. Just like, okay, if you're going to have it, then it needs to be a last resort. If you're going to use a weapon, it needs to be a last resort, not a first response. So I feel like that's part of the issue in my, amateur mind thinking. Like, I feel like part of the issue is that there's just too many people who are too eager to try and impress their bosses, that they're not really thinking about, well, is this actually necessary for this situation? Yo, what up, Xplix? If I was in the Midwest or Deep South, rocking a Smokey the Bear, wearing some black shades, the officer would have said, "Hey, bud, I'm gonna need you to step your car, please," in a country accent. Yeah, that chewy tobacco. Mm. But yeah, man, if you're gonna have them, because yeah, I mean, being a police officer is a dangerous job. I think we need to be sympathetic towards that, because it is a dangerous job. But because it's a dangerous job, that's why you need people who can handle that danger, right? You need people who are trained to stay calm under extreme pressure. You can't have like regular people and just stick a gun in their hand and be like, yeah, go defuse the situation. You need people who are highly skilled and trained at staying calm in these intense, dangerous situations that they're often going to find themselves in. Like, if you cannot stay calm in these situations, then I ain't gonna lie, man, you probably shouldn't be a cop. You probably should not be a cop if you cannot stay calm in these intense situations, because that is the job, right? That is the job. Like, if you're acting out of ego and, extreme emotional whatever, every time you get a little bit pressed, or every time your heart starts racing a bit, you start acting all wild or whatever, start wiling out as a cop. As a cop, you kind of wiling out, just going a bit mad, and it's like, oh, I got a gun, so I'm gonna stick my gun in your face. Like, no, you need to be able to stay fully calm, like calmer than calm, in these intense situations, because that is the job. It is dangerous, but bruh, ain't nobody lying to you about the level of danger in this job. So like, and so very glad and thankful we citizens have that constitutional right that be strapped, especially in the Midwest and South, and the constitutional carry bill being passed. Have you got your gun yet? I think you were saying you were going to get a gun, or you wanted to get a gun sometime. Has that been done? Have you got your GAT? Have you got your hand cannon? Oh. Man. Oh, I'm asleep tonight. I tell you that. I'm asleep tonight. Speaking of which, I probably should be going to bed soon. Oof, it's late. Let me try and stream for a little bit longer before I knock off. Yeah, we already know I do, and I ain't got yeah. We'll have an Arsenal. And you're wearing socks or barefooted. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not sure I want to answer that question. Like, it's kind of a random. Am I wearing socks or am I barefooted? Okay. I ain't gonna lie, man, that question kind of suspect. That question kind of suspect. I'm not sure I want to answer that. How you doing, X? How you doing? How's your day going? You got a girlfriend? Oh, congratulations. X got a girlfriend. X got a girlfriend. X gone. Let me not do that. Actually, that might be a bit inappropriate. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that's from walking. So yeah, my feet hurt from walking. Well, my feet are tired from walking, I should say, rather. Yeah, I walked a lot today. So X, in case you're wondering about the title and the recent comment by Brax, my feet are tired because I've been walking all day. I walked 50,000 steps today. It was one of my goals for this year. One of the goals I set out earlier in the year, and today I did it. I walked 50,000 steps all in one day. It was around 25 miles worth of walking. So yeah, my feet are a bit tired right now. I'm a bit tired right now, but it's all good. Just resting as I do this stream, just sitting and chilling. But yeah, probably end soon and go sleep because I think I'm gonna need to sleep for about a week. By the way, I'm feeling right now. One question I won't respond to is, do you have a criminal record? What do you mean? Like if the policeman asks you that? I mean, to be honest, the police would know. Like once you show them your ID, they can check. So it's like, why bother ask? You know what I mean? Like why are they asking? Like you show them your ID, they show you your license or whatever. They can run your name, run your plates. That they can check that. Like it's not. you have a criminal record though? How's it work in America with criminal records? Because like in the UK, depending on the crime, you only have to declare it for a certain amount of time. So like there's certain like if you like if it's a driving offense, like a motor offense, um, that's on your records, and usually I think it's about 3 years. Like if somebody asks you, like if you apply for a job or things like that, you have to say that okay, you had this offense. But yeah, you don't have to say it for the next. I believe it's 3 years. You don't have to declare it for 3 years, which means once 3 years is up, if they say to you, "Oh, do you have any such and such?" that you don't have to put it down because it's 3 years is over. So there's certain things you only have to declare for a certain amount of time, but it depends on what the crime is. Like if it's something like serious, like murder or armed robbery, or things like that, then yeah, it's just on your record. It's just on your record and it stays there. And if you're asked, then yeah, you have to say it because if you don't and they find out that it's there, then it's going to be a problem. So and they can find out pretty easily. Um, so yeah, you have to say it. You have to say it. My response question will be depends. Do you have a lynching participation record? Ooh, a little bit of sass. Far as family records in this country usually sticks with you. It's hard as hell to get expunged off your record. Off. Man, Xbox just got a girlfriend. He's tied already. What's, what does that tell you? Got a girlfriend. 2 minutes later, he's tied already. Like, bruh, we've been taking her shopping or something. Been taking your girl shopping, and she's like, "Oh, I want to go here. I want to go there. I want you to buy me this, buy me that, buy me this, buy me that." Probably have you walking around all day. Probably have you walking 100,000 steps in a day, just walk around different shops. Buy me this, buy me that, buy me this, buy me that. And she got expensive taste, like make you buy all the expensive designer stuff, make you spend money you don't have. Now you got to go take out a whole mortgage just so you can buy her a pair of shoes. She's not annoying like that. She's my soulmate. Oh, that's sweet. She got more money. Oh, that's even better. That's what you want, man. A girl with more money than you that don't mind that you ain't got no money. That's what you want. That's what you want. Yo, my man hit the jackpot. My man hit the jackpot. She ain't annoying and has more money than him. Oof. You hit the jackpot, bro. Congratulations. Congratulations. But don't think just because she made more money, she got more money than you, that's gonna be easy though. Like at the end of the day, you still have to your task now, or your role now is to show that you're worth her time. Because like, I mean, I'm generalizing, of course, here. I'm generalizing quite a bit, but when it comes to women that have more money than you, and again, I'm generalizing, this might not apply to you, but just saying so you're aware, because father got to look out for his son, you know what I'm saying? But oftentimes, or at least a few times, you might find that, like if you're not doing anything and she feels like she's taking care of you, that could be a problem. Like if it gets to a point where she feels that she has to take care of you, that could be a problem. Like maybe not so much now because I mean, I'm assuming you're both kids. I know you're a young, and I'm assuming she's a youngin as well, unless you're. I mean, but so it's probably not an issue now, but certainly as you get older, and it's like you don't want it to feel like you're. I mean, don't get me wrong. You don't have to be like some hardcore. I gotta prove myself because I'm a man. I ain't saying that. None of that. No, forget all that noise. Kill that noise. I'm just saying, make sure she knows that you're worth her time. Is what I'm saying. Like, just make sure she knows you're worth her time. you know, and that could come in so many different ways. It's not just about earning money and taking her fancy places. It's not just about that. In fact, it's not even about really. It's not, really not even about that at all. It's about everything else that goes into the relationship. Make sure she knows that you're worth her time. All right, and what that means and how that looks. That's what you're gonna have to figure out. All right. But don't fall into this trap of like having to prove yourself and prove that you're a man. No, 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 no. You just gotta make sure she knows you're worth her time. That's all you gotta do. Figure out what that means in your situation and then do that thing. She's 2 days younger than me. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. 2 days. All right. Hey, them 2 days count when you're young. But yeah, big up man like Xplex got himself a little sweetheart. Oh, oh. Enjoy your time with her, man. Enjoy your time. You come chill and stay at my place when I have my father in the house later after I show some of my blickies, guns and blades. I gotta sleep in like 2 minutes, so bye. I appreciate you coming through, X. Appreciate you coming through, X. Till next time. Yeah, get your sleep. And congratulations, man. Big up. Man like Xpix got himself a yell. Man like Xpix got himself a yell. Blickies, is that what you call them? You call guns blickies, all right? Because blicky is something else over here. Tell you that. Well, not so much blickies, 'cause that's not really a term, but blick certainly. If you were to say something's blick or someone's blick, bruh, that would mean something completely different over here. I don't even know if I want to say it, man. I don't even know if I want to say it. But if you was to call somebody a blick or a blicky, yeah, bruh, you would mean something completely different. Maybe pants and dog, snakes, rats, and a skunk. Dog, snakes, rats, and a skunk. Raw. You out there, man. Make sure you don't shoot the pets, though. Oh. Oh, man. Oof, 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 oof. Yeah, Blicky street slang over here. All right. Nah, that's cool. That's cool. It's just words mean different things in different parts of the world is all. So but yeah, probably best I don't say what that word means over here. Let's go with your meaning for guns. Believe it or not, it's actually a safer it's a safer meaning than what it means over here. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Especially the snakes. Okay. I don't mind snakes. I haven't seen many to be fair, but I don't mind snakes as long as they're in cages and not strangling me. And we good. We good. Pretty much, I guess that's the same with any animal. As long as it's not attacking me, then we good. Oh, man. All right. Well, well, I think that's going to be where I start wrapping up this live stream, guys. Oh, I'm going to need to get some real rest now. So I'm gonna go lay my head down, close my eyes, and hopefully open them again in about 8 hours. But well, we'll see. Chance will be a fine thing, as they say. But guys, you've been awesome as always. I appreciate you and all that you do. Thanks for keeping me company. Thanks for keeping it lively. And until whenever, if ever, peace.